The length of this line is set to 50 millimeters. To define 50 millimeters for this line, while I am in sketch mode, the Sketch 1, from the Sketch tab, I select the Smart Dimension tool. Then, I select the desired line, and SolidWorks will show me its dimension. It doesn't matter what size I drew the line with when sketching. After sketching the shape and applying sketch relations, we select the Smart Dimension tool to define the dimensions. So, to set this line to 50 millimeters, I select the line, then left-click, and then type 50 here. Since I selected the MMGS unit system when setting up SolidWorks, the dimension of 50 is displayed as 50 millimeters. In the Part module, if you want to change the unit system, at the bottom right of the screen, you'll see the MMGS unit system. From here, you can select any unit system you want for dimensioning, such as IPS or inches, pounds, seconds, and other systems. We keep the MMGS system right now. Now I want to set the length of this line to 100 millimeters. So, I go to the Sketch tab again and select the Smart Dimension tool. Then I select the line and type 100, or this time, instead of selecting the line segment, I could select this point and this point. I left-click. Here, I type 100. Notice that, because we applied the equal relation earlier, these two lines are now equal length. This line has a length of 50 millimeters too, and we don't need to define the dimension for this line again. To define a 45-degree angle, from the Sketch tab, I select the Smart Dimension tool again. And for this purpose, I select this line and this line. Since these lines are not parallel, we can define the angle between them. Here, I set the angle to 45 degrees. Once you select the Smart Dimension tool, you can apply all the dimensions. Let me first delete the dimensions I set earlier. To delete a dimension, I select the dimension. Make sure you don't click on the text because when you do, the SolidWorks will automatically prepare for Edit the dimension. Instead, select the dimension line. I click on the dimension and then press Delete on keyboard. So, once you select the Smart Dimension tool, you can apply all the dimensions. This line has a length of 50. We still in the Smart Dimension tool. This line has a length of 100. And the angle between these two lines is 45 degrees. To exit the Smart Dimension tool, I can simply press the Escape key on the keyboard. To define more dimensions, I need to select the Smart Dimension tool again. We defined a 45-degree angle between this line and the horizontal line. What if we don't have a horizontal line to define this 45-degree angle? In this case, we need to use the Centerline tool. I'll go to the Line tool and select the center line. A center line is used to assist in design but does not affect the design directly. I simply draw a horizontal line here, then apply a horizontal relation to it. Let me delete this dimension. And for defining angles, I use the center line. Another tip, when adding an angle dimension between two lines with the Smart Dimension tool, you can rotate the cursor to select different angles between them. So, I define a 45-degree angle here. Also, when you are sketching, the SolidWorks assists you in creating more accurate sketches. For example, when I move the cursor, the SolidWorks will highlight horizontal lines in yellow, and it will show me when a line is perfectly horizontal. This way, SolidWorks helps you to draw shapes more accurately. Also show vertical lines when they are perpendicular to another line. It also shows me vertical relation. If I move the cursor here, SolidWorks indicates that this point and this point are aligned. SolidWorks helps to draw shapes accurately. I select all these lines and press Delete. And again, I define a 45-degree angle for these two lines.